Hey besties, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the third annual October TBR that is chosen by my TBR cauldron. Yeah, that's that. I think this is just such a fun way to just give some more seasonal fall Halloween vibes. Anyways, let me just stop yapping and let's just get into it. I think I'm gonna pick 8 different prompts. I have a lot in here. It might not look like a lot, but I was writing prompts down all morning. There's definitely a lot to choose from in here, even if it doesn't look like it. Again, there is quite a few prompts in here, but let's just get on with it and pick prompt number 1. Okay, prompt number 1 is part of a series. There is honestly so many different books I could pick for this because I feel like honestly probably over 60 to 70% of the books on my shelves and on my physical TBR are literally a part of a series. I feel like I own a lot of series. So this should be pretty easy. It's just what do I want to pick is the question. Let's take a look. I think I know what I need to pick. Okay, so for prompt number 1, I'm going to be choosing Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. This is the second or third, depending what order you read the series in. If we are not talking about Assassin's Blade, it is the second in the series. I did read Assassin's Blade first, so this will be the third book I'm reading in the series, but I really need to get back to this, and I honestly have been kind of thinking I might start this after I finish my current book, which I have less than like 60 pages left of the book I'm currently reading, so maybe I'll end up starting this next because I have been feeling like I wanted to. I really need to get back to it. I was originally reading this with my sister and my sister-in-law for our little book club, and then I was in a slump for the first 7 months of this year and I got so behind, and they are both on the last book of the series, and here I am on this one. So this is the first book we're gonna pick. Obviously, I'm not really gonna go into detail about what this is about because this is a part of a series. It's not the first book in a series, and I'm also sure a lot of you have probably heard of Throne of Glass and or read it. So yeah, this is our first book on our TBR for October. And to pick prompt number 2, no way. No, this is so funny because why did I just pull continue a fantasy series? I literally could have used that for that, and I could have used this for something else, but that's okay. Let's pick another fantasy series to continue, and I honestly think I know what I need to pick. If you're not new here, you know that I've been needing to finish this book because, yeah. So we're gonna be picking A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. I first picked this up literally over a year ago, and I got over halfway through. Like, my bookmark is still in here. My bookmark is at page 460, but I got in a really big slump and I ended up putting it down, and then I have since tried to pick it back up by like listening to the audiobook and stuff, but I just haven't been able to like really stick to it and finish it because I'm not a huge fan of being in Nesta's perspective. I do prefer being in Feyre's POV and just seeing things from her side and just exploring this world and these events with her. So being in Nesta's POV has been a little hard for me, but I really need to finish this, especially since, you know, we're hopefully getting a new ACOTAR book maybe next year. I don't know, but sometime in the future, we know that it is coming. So I really do need to finish this, and it will feel really good to finally finish this book. It is so big. I will be starting it over though because I don't remember a lot of what has happened, but that's the next book. Really was not intending for the first 2 picks to be both by Sarah J. Maas, so let's switch it up. Let's pick our third prompt and hopefully get a good one. Oh, I'm scared. Okay, less than 300 pages. That is honestly a slay because of the fact that I just picked a really long book to add to my TBR. Problem is I don't know what books on my TBR are less than 300 pages, so this is gonna take some literal searching for a minute to find one. Okay, so it appears that I have like basically no books on my TBR that are less than 300 pages, but we're gonna go ahead and pick one of my Dragon Ball manga. Now I do own the omnibuses, so these have 3 volumes in it, but in this omnibus I do only have 1 volume left, which is volume 6, and there is only 171 pages in this final volume, so that works. It fits, and honestly I have been really wanting to continue reading my Dragon Ball manga and just continue reading them. That's what I just said, but I have a lot of them. I have been collecting them, but I also really love this anime. It's one of my favorite universes to be a part of, so it's been really fun to read the manga and re-immerse myself in this universe with these characters that I love, but in a completely different way than watching an anime. I love it, so I feel like this is also gonna be great for like a cozy fall night in, just reading some Dragon Ball manga. We love to see it. Okay, now moving on to prompt number 4. Okay, I'm really excited about this one, clearly because I just screamed and that was the most cringy little scream I've ever uttered in my entire life, but we got reread a book. I'm really excited about this because I have been wanting to continue my reread of my favorite series ever because I've so far only reread the first one and it's a trilogy. So yay, 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 yay. If you know me, you know what I'm about to say. If you don't, hey guys, you're about to find out what my favorite series ever is. We are going to be doing a reread of Kingdom of the Curse. This is the second book in the Kingdom of the Wicked trilogy. I will be rereading on my special edition with the sprayed edges because I do have the original black covers, but I am rhinestoning the covers of those, and when I reread this, I reread the special edition, fully annotated it, and I plan to do that with this one. I'm so excited. I seriously cannot even begin to describe how much I love this series, this universe, these characters. It is seriously my favorite thing ever. It resonated so deeply with me. It found me at the absolute perfect time in life, and it is actually so scary reading new books because it's like I almost just know that nothing is going to be as good as this, and it's also like the fear that I'm never going to love something the way that I love these books. Obviously, I'm assuming it will happen again one day, but it's probably gonna be a while because I first read this about a year ago, almost to the date, I want to say, and I still haven't found anything that I love as much as these. So I'm so excited to reread this. If you haven't read the series, I can't recommend it enough. Seriously, it is so good. If you love a gothic type of setting, witches, demons, it does deal a lot with like grief. Our main female character is literally dealing with very heavy grief, so that is one part of it that did tie me to it so much upon my reread. But upon my first read, I didn't really resonate with that part, and it just still so good. The quotes in this, it's amazing. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I threw that in there just really truly hoping that I would pull it so I could, you know, have an excuse to continue my reread. I'm so happy. All right. Prompt number 5. Okay, an author you love but not a reread. So I feel like I do honestly have a good amount of options of things I could pick for this. So far we do have a fully fantasy stacked TBR, so I think what I do need to do is pick a romance book because it's just fitting, right? So of course we're gonna be picking the literal only other book that I haven't read by one of my favorite romance authors ever, and that is The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. This is the only one of her magical realisms that I haven't read. All of the other 3 have been 5-6-star reads for me. I love her writing. Her storytelling is just so beautiful to me, and I always just absolutely connect with some part of either the story or the characters, and I'm really excited to read this one. And this is also on my fall TBR because I feel like it's gonna be perfect for the fall. The magical realism aspect of this one is our main female character like can see ghosts. I think the love interest is a ghost. I'm honestly not sure, but I am very excited. So that is going to be our 5th pick. Wow, I feel like this is honestly going so well for me right now, and I could have potentially just jinxed that, and our 6th prompt might be something I hate, but here it is. Drum roll please. The moment of truth. Did I jinx myself? You're actually shitting me. I literally did jinx myself because why did I just pull a book that scares you? AKA a book that I haven't been reading because I'm terrified to read it. Wait, why did I actually just jinx myself? That is really funny. Okay, there's too many books that I have been avoiding because I'm terrified to read them. So I think I know what I need to do, and I'm excited about it, but I'm terrified at the same time. I guess I'm finally gonna have to stop avoiding reading this because I'm so scared to read it, and that is Throne of the Fallen by Carrie Maniscalco. Now, if you don't know exactly why I would be scared to read this, obviously we literally just a couple minutes ago were talking about how Kingdom of the Wicked is my favorite series ever. This is in the same universe, but it is starting a new series, and I have been so scared to read this. It is one of my most anticipated reads. It is probably the book on my shelf that I have the most, I guess I'm anticipating it being a 5-star, and I have really high expectations for it, knowing how much I love this universe. And even though we're going to be following different characters in this book and in the following books continuing this series, I already have so much love for characters that we've we've met that we're going to be following. This one follows Envy. So if you don't really know anything about Kingdom of the Wicked or this series, basically Kingdom of the Wicked is like the first in chronological order. They came out first. These are currently coming out. But in those books, we're following Amelia and Wrath. And Wrath is one of the demon princes that rules over hell. And there are 7 of them. They are brothers and they each represent one of the 7 deadly sins. So obviously he represents Wrath. And this book follows Envy. He is our main character. The second one, Throne of Secrets, follows Gluttony, I believe. And then Throne of Nightmares comes out early next year. So yeah, this is a book that like I am so scared to read it because I'm so scared that it's gonna let me down and that I'm not gonna love it. Does that make sense? I don't know, but that is how I feel. So I guess I have been feeling like it's time to pick this up and read it and explore what this has to offer me, but it is definitely scary going into this because I'm just so nervous, but I am very excited to jump back into this universe and get more content in this universe, you know, even though we're not going to be following my absolute besties, Amelia and Wrath. So that is our 6th pick. Wow. That was kind of funny. So moving on to pick number 7. Hopefully this one doesn't do me too dirty, even though this is going good, I will say. Like, I'm very excited about all these books. So wow, we're gonna be continuing a lot of series in this month because I just pulled continue a romance series. So I do have a few off the top of my head that we could definitely choose from. Chestnut Springs, haven't finished that. Magnolia Parks, Rebel Blue Ranch, the Addicted series. I honestly have quite a few romance series that I could continue, but I think I know what I'm leaning towards. Here's the thing, it has been a really long time since I read the first book in this series. I did give it a 5 stars when I read it and I really enjoyed it, really loved it, and I was super excited to continue the series, and then I just never ended up picking up the next book. I don't really know why that is. I don't really have a reason. I just haven't, but it's been like 2 years, like over 2 years since I read the first book, so I'm a little nervous that like going into reading the second book I'm gonna like have forgotten a lot of what happens in the first book, but we're just gonna go with it. We're gonna roll with it and we're gonna read Daisy Hates. I am honestly really excited to continue the series. I feel like it is definitely a very beloved series and I really want to see why. I want to know what else happens in this series, in this universe, and yeah, I did give the first book a 5 stars. That was over 2 years ago. So we'll see if I'm still gonna love the series now, 2.5 years later, but I think this is what we'll pick. I really don't know what the plot in this is going to be, but we are gonna be following obviously new characters because in the first book we're following Magnolia and BJ, and in this book we're following Daisy, and I don't know who the male main character is, but we're gonna be following someone else in this too. Okay, that was our 7th pick, which means we have one left, pick number 8. Let's hope for a banger of a pick to end off this video on. This is a short one. I don't know why that's making me nervous. Okay, yellow cover. So I feel like I have a lot of yellow covers. Okay, but apparently I've read a lot of my yellow covers. I like legitimately actually only have one option because the other option is the 3rd book in a series that I haven't even started yet. And then I was thinking maybe this, which is Assassin's Apprentice, but it's literally not yellow. It's literally like a tan cream color. So I have one option. Let's grab it. Will say though, this is actually like probably one of my favorite covers that I own. I think it's just so beautiful. Like the cover design and just everything about this book is so stunning, and that is The Hurricane Wars by Faye Gonzin. I'm not sure how to pronounce the last name, but is this not just a stunning cover? Look at the sprayed edges, so pretty. I honestly don't remember what this book is about. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I got this a little while ago and I just don't remember what it's about. I remember reading the synopsis before I bought it thinking it sounded good, but I don't remember. I was thinking maybe I'll go into it blind, but it is it's a fantasy, so like I think I'm actually gonna read the synopsis. Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. Okay, so this is a romantasy, enemies to lovers. Y'all know I eat that shit up. I love an enemies to lovers fantasy. It is literally the best. It is the best. Okay, backstory though, for as long as our main character has known, the Hurricane Wars have been going on, and she has grown up in a nation under siege by the ruthless Night Emperor, and her family has always fought among the people who are fighting for freedom. And then at some point along the way, she finds out that she has light magic coursing through her, which is very dangerous for the Night Emperor, you know, because it's light, you know. But the prince, okay, here's where the enemies to lovers kicks in. Bless this author for giving us another potentially amazing enemies to lovers. But their paths cross and they lock into a deadly dance. Not sure what that means. And a forbidden dangerous attraction reveals itself. And apparently their powers merge to create a new force. I don't know, but that sounds interesting enough to me. Not mad about this pick at all. We shall see if I end up reading it, because 8 books and some of these are quite large, but I'm not mad about this. This could potentially be really good, and I have definitely been in a huge fantasy mood. Really have not been leaning towards reading romance recently, so I do feel like having a TBR full of fantasy is the perfect thing for me this month, and I do fear that's exactly what we have, because only 2 of these are romance books and the rest are fantasy. So this is my October TBR. I am honestly very happy with the outcome of this. I feel like I ended up getting some pretty good prompts and being able to choose books that were already on my radar that I already kind of really wanted to read, which is going to make getting through my TBR a little bit easier. And yeah, we'll see how many of these I read. Definitely subscribe if you're not already so you can see me reading some of these books throughout the month of October. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are not already, because we have a lot of fun over here and we want you to join the fun. And with that being said, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. Can I just tell you my back hurts? My man's in touch with his emotions. Let's try that again. Hey, oh, book number 1. Oh wait, it's prompt 1, not book. Okay, whoa. Oh my god, so, hold on. My man won't touch me with a 20-foot pole. Okay. Anyways. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. Bye.